Currently, there are 2.56 million African American entrepreneurs, but only 110,000 of them have the capacity to employ at least one person. At United Negro College Fund, I manage a national entrepreneurship initiative designed to train the next generation of Black entrepreneurs. What I was finding through my position is that a lot of programs that are currently being offered to the minority community teach businesses that already have over $1 million in revenue. But there are very few that teach minority entrepreneurs on how to turn their ideas into action.
I had a lot of questions that I wasn't able to get answers to, like liability insurance. Do you focus on one product or do you just launch it all at the same time? You don't know where to begin, really.
A lot of the starter weekends are focused on like young white individuals, and so to be in a space where you're actually getting the tools and the resources and actually walking with a product or a prototype is something that you can't find here.
So how does the first 1 year look? Maybe how does that first month look? The Black Upstart teaches aspiring African American entrepreneurs how to start successful and profitable business. We do this through our boot camp.
To be able to focus the process in a mindful way, it gets you to really think outside the box.
When you come into this space, you see people that look just like you, that face a lot of the same issues as you do, and it's just something about that connection. When you see 20 people that are doing the same work that you're doing, it really just like, okay, I can do this too.
Fundraising is not a strong suit for me, and that was something that we got to do before we even got here for day one. I realized that I really had an outpouring of support, and that changed my entire mindset on what fundraising could be.
The reason why we wanted to have you fundraise before coming here is so that you could experience that. You could get in that hustler mode before you got here. And two, so you could go through the exercises Demita said of asking people to invest in you. One of the first things we do is teach our cohort how to identify business opportunities in the African American community. You are providing a product or service that people are willing to pay for. We teach our cohort where Black dollars already flow by showing them the goods and services that Black people already buy. We invite a speaker to come and talk about the African American marketplace. This speaker will talk about local trends, regional trends, and also national trends to get our cohort to really think critically about what product or service they want to develop over all 6 days.
You always want to think through where there's a gap in the market and then really focus on that.
During our very first week, we lead our cohort towards building their first minimal viable product, the first version of a product or service that they will test on the market with potential customers.
Another program that I participated in, the focus was all on the business plan, whereas here the focus is on getting your service or product out there so you can test the market and see if you have a viable product.
What I would like to do is blend education, art, and technology.
How would that look based on your customer demographic, which is the person who's experiencing the pain?
Once we created our consumer profile and narrative, it made a lot of things clearer. Like, who is the person that would actually spend the money on our idea? Once we created that person, I realized that these people exist. That I was like, wow, there's actually a market for this. This is doable.
In week 2, it's all about building their product and testing it with potential customers. We bring in subject matter experts, we bring in website developers, we bring in logo designers and also graphic designers. Our cohort gets to ask them real questions about how that first year looked. Did you have to work full time while you started your business, or did you have to bootstrap it from day one?
Listening to Dr. Amin speak, and she was just so like raw and like truthful about her experience as a woman entrepreneur as well as a Black entrepreneur. It was really refreshing to hear her perspective.
What I have noticed is that there's a new consortium. So that consortium is not on the golf course, it's not in the boardroom, it's not lawyer to lawyer, it's not the secret handshake, but it's a fraternity nonetheless.
It's really great when you see someone who's right on the cusp of that quantum leap, and it reminds you of when you were in that space, and just that it needs to be fresh and you need to be in love with what you're doing.
The Black Upstart differs from other startup programs because it teaches Black entrepreneurs through the African American lens.
there are different hurdles and obstacles and experiences that we have as people of color that are not necessarily addressed in other programs that try to address entrepreneurship.
We expose our cohort to Black entrepreneurs and innovators who have traveled the path of business creation, both successfully and unsuccessfully. The purpose of this is to expose them to exemplars who look like them. We believe that this is not only transformative, but incredibly empowering.
To be with people who are going through the same things that I'm going through as a business owner, and having that support and listening to all the phenomenal speakers was so beneficial, and I hope it continues.
We have to keep motivating each other and inspiring each other to move to the next level in business. At the end of the day, yes, you want to make money, but you want to be able to help someone else.
When we are successful, our Black entrepreneurs will emerge ready to earn capital, build wealth, and give back.
As far as I've gotten in this program, I would have thought without the program it would have at least taken me a year to get as far as I've done in 6 classes.
I'm moving through this process a lot faster, and for that I'm extremely grateful.
Life has pushed me towards being an entrepreneur, and so just to have this opportunity as it happened, I think this is my chance to actually become, part of the number of Black people who actually started a business that's, offering success and profit.
I think I'm more motivated. Like, I had that drive in me before, but like I said, having that support and knowing that other people believe in what it is that I'm doing gives me the push that I needed. You've got this. Don't be afraid to take that chance. I definitely feel more empowered than before I came here.